welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Anisha, and today we're going to be doing a L'Oreal versus Maybelline comparison. So I don't have much of like the same of everything. I have Maybelline and L'Oreal foundation and Maybelline and L'Oreal concealer. I have a Maybelline palette. This is like old. Y'all could probably tell this is probably the first palette I've probably ever used on my eyes, but I'm gonna use it side by side this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow that I have that I'll use as like an eyeshadow thing. So let's jump right in. I already put primer on, but again, I didn't have a primer for L'Oreal and for Maybelline, so I just use a regular schmegular drugstore. Okay, so I've never used this foundation before, but this is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Foundation in the shade Almond. So let's try this out. Hopefully it matches me and I don't look crazy. Okay. So it has a pump, so we love that. And then I have it going against the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation, but this has sunscreen. They both do. Okay. Foundation up to 24-hour fresh wear in the shade 515. So this I've used quite a bit. This one I've never used. So let's pump this out. That one also has a pump, which is cool. So I'm gonna pump it on the back of my hand. Today would be great. Foundation today would be great. Okay. All right. Oh, are we getting somewhere? Are we getting somewhere? Are we getting somewhere? Okay, we're gonna take a little intermission and I'm gonna do my concealer first. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 35. So I'm just gonna put some right here in the inner corner, some right here, and some right here by like my small lines, because that's typically where I crease, is on my small lines, because your girl likes to smile, so creasing is gonna happen from time to time. Okay, back to me pumping. Let's take two. I should shake it first. Okay, I hear it, it's just not coming out. Okay, so we're not off to a strong start with that, because like, why are we not pumping out? I don't even know if I can open this to take it out. I'm gonna break it. I just want the foundation to come out. Does anyone else have had this issue? Okay, we're gonna do the other side's concealer for now. And I don't even think I have another Maybelline foundation, which love that for me. Okay, so this is the L'Oreal eye cream in a concealer, pure hyaluronic acid, 5%. This is a C7-8 dark. So let's see. I don't really hear people talk about this one. I feel like I've heard about the Maybelline Fit Me concealer quite a bit. This one I don't really hear about, so I hope this is like legit. So let's try her out. Should put on the this came right out. It's crazy. No issue. Okay, and I'm gonna just dot it like along my eye, and I'll just pat it like that. The trick I heard was to use your ring finger because it's the lightest finger to apply anything under the eye. That's what I'm doing there. Okay, it is. I like it. It's not too bright. It's like a subtle bright shade. So I'm gonna leave that there for a second, and let me come right back because I need to figure out how to get this to come out because it's crazy. Finally got it out. I had to like pump this like no one's business. Okay, so I have a pump out, and then I'm gonna take some on my Wet n Wild brush and then just kind of blend it on the skin like so. It smells like metal. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. It's like a very metallic sort of scent. Okay. And then let me go up into my under eye and blend out the concealer just so everything looks pretty seamless. Like so. I know when I blended out the foundation, I blended out the concealer too, but again, just want everything to look seamless together. I don't want any like white cast or white flash or any ashiness around, so I just want to make sure everything is looking good. But I think so far this side looks pretty good. Okay, so for the next side, for the L'Oreal, this also has a pump, which I appreciate pumps more than anything. I remember I always wanted MAC foundation, and I don't know how the newer ones are, but I remember like having to just pour it out, and like I feel like I was wasting product like all the time because it would just dump out so much, and I would have to try and like catch it to put it back in, so I didn't even waste the product. Especially because like for me, MAC isn't like a cheap product. Like, you know, obviously like as you get older maybe you can afford different things, but like it was always a higher end like brand product compared to like the drugstore products that were a little bit more affordable. Even those prices even went up at this point too, because I remember Maybelline growing up used to be like $5 for a Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and now that shit's like $10. Like, let's talk about it. And then even the L'Oreal True Match, I think that was like $7.99, and now it's like doubled in price. It's like $14.99 for that. Like, what is that? Like, what is going on? Like, I know after the pandemic a lot of things like price wise increased, but like, geez, like that much for a drugstore? Because at this point I might as well spend the $6 extra and get a higher end foundation product if I'm gonna spend that much. So I feel like $10 and below is like always a good drugstore. Like, I mean, if we're feeling a little extra, maybe 12, like we'll do 12 and below kind of thing. But it's like I feel like the prices have increased like so much on so many products, like it's insane. Okay, so that's how far it's looking on both sides. I don't know if you really tell a difference. For me, when I'm looking up close, this looks more on the matter side, and this looks a little bit more of like a natural luminous finish. I mean, this is supposed to be breathable coverage. I like that they both have SPF though. That is a huge selling point for me, especially if you're like wearing makeup during the day. And I feel like having SPF in it, especially if you forget to put sunscreen on, it's very nice. Or even if you do, having extra protection of your skin is really important. Okay, so that's pretty much the base. I don't know if I should add additional coverage. I still have a little bit more product left on this side. I was just putting everything on the back of my hand just to make my life easier. Sometimes I pump it on the face, but I know like sanitary wise it's not the best to do. I'm trying to make sure everything's blended. Alright, so that is that. I think I'm gonna put like one more like tiny pump of the Maybelline just to make sure I'm getting all the coverage I could possibly get on the face. And then I'm a glasses wearer, so like I'm so self-conscious sometimes of like the little bruises on my nose, so I like try to cover it. And like I don't typically contour my nose because I genuinely like the shape of my nose. I feel like it's a nice shape, it fits my face fine, so like I don't have any insecurities about that. But my nose anyway, I try to cover. First, do it on the other side. I'm gonna take any excess and then just cover this side a little bit better. I don't know if I should add a little bit more concealer. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just a smidge, but I'm gonna let it sit a little bit. So I'm gonna put a little bit here and a little bit here. I'm gonna let it sit. And then I have to put contour. I don't have a contour for Maybelline or L'Oreal. If you guys have any that you guys recommend, let me know and I'll try it out. But I have this like contour stick that I've had for quite some time. Well, it's technically a it's a foundation stick, but I've been using it as like a contour stick thing. It's not too dark, which is what I like about it. It's like closer to my shade, so it looks very like natural. I feel like I've had this for quite some time. Alright, so I'm gonna use this to kind of blend that out. I'm very much of like the less materials I use, the better, because then it's less I have to clean. And then I try to clean my makeup brushes like as I use them. So like after I use it for this application, I'm gonna try and wash all these, just because for sanitizer reasons I think it's better. I have very sensitive skin, and then it makes me more like prone to breakouts, so I try to clean my products as quickly as possible just so I don't end up having those kind of like breakouts and stuff like that. Okay, so just blending this out to make it look very natural. Oh, and then I've been trying this trick, maybe I'll show it to you guys, of this. I'll show you guys the product actually, just to make blush, because I'm trying to get really into blush. I feel like before I liked it, and then I kind of just fell off on blush because I feel like it made me look like, I don't know, like kiddie-ish, especially because I have such a young looking face. So I kind of fell off on using that kind of product, but we'll see. Okay, so for the Maybelline side, I'm going to use the Nudes New York palette, and then for L'Oreal, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Gold palette, as I told you guys. I'm gonna use this blending brush, but I'm gonna use a darker shade just to go and give me a little dimension on my eyelid. I put a decent amount of concealer on this side, so I'm not gonna add any more. Oh, I forgot to set. Alright, I think I'm gonna set right after this. Sorry, I have TV playing in the background, so like if you hear like that, that's what's going on. Alright, so for the set, I don't have a setting spray for Maybelline or L'Oreal. If you guys have any you recommend, definitely let me know. Okay, just like that. And I have the fan on, so that's like helping to dry all that stuff. Okay, so that is there. I feel like you can barely see anything, quite frankly, but I'm making it do what it do. I'm gonna add this sparkly shade like on the lid, just to give me a little something something. I don't know how crazy this is gonna look, but we're gonna see. We're gonna let it play out. It doesn't look bad, it's not horrible. And then just use my drugstore mascara. I just want to see how it pops after some mascara on my eye. I forgot to bring a palette that had a mirror in it, so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. But this is like a Wet n Wild mascara. It's like Save the Belle themed. It's a pretty good formula, I don't mind it. I've been trying to like take advantage more of my natural lashes and only do fake lashes on like special occasions and things like that. Okay, so that is that side. Now let me blend out the concealer I have from this side. Oh, what's happening? I'm right back. Okay, and then let's see how I can get some of this to blend out. So I'm gonna use this, oh, almost dropped it. I'm gonna use this darker shade and just get a little bit more product on the blush, and then just get right here in the crease. This isn't that dark, but I want to see how it kind of, ooh, okay, it's pretty though. I like her. Okay, it's crazy how the color pigment is still there for all these years. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna use this shade just to go over it a little bit. Doing a nice little windshield wiper motions. I have to say, like, I've tried Maybelline's mascara before and I absolutely don't like it. I get like an irritation on my eyes every time. I don't know if everyone else is like that, but again, to be fair, I have more sensitive skin, sensitive eyes, so I have to be very weary about stuff I put. Is that pretty? I think it looks right. Let me just do that so this isn't crazy. And then let me do mascara. Okay. All right, so excuse me, Maybelline side, L'Oreal side. You guys tell me what side you guys like better, what products you recommend from Maybelline versus L'Oreal. I would love to hear. Oh my god, I forgot to set. Okay, setting powder. I don't have one from each of those, but again, just using a drugstore one, but I would love to see how it looks after I put some setting powder on here. I don't typically bake. I typically just pat and go because my skin is on the drier side, and I try not to put too much powder product so it doesn't emphasize my dry skin. So just pat that the best I can. I'm glad I let the concealer sit for quite some time. I feel like that makes a difference because like I hate when concealer creases under the eyes. I feel like I look ridiculous after that. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm gonna spray one more time. Ooh, eyes. Okay. Now, tell me guys what you guys think, what you guys like better, the L'Oreal side or the Maybelline side, what products you recommend from L'Oreal or Maybelline so I could try them out. And until next time, have an amazing day. Remember who you are, stay true to your goals, and have an amazing day.